You shut those doors. Thank you. Oh, do I need to stop my video and mute?
Hi, Denver Startup Week. I'm Eric Matisik, President and CEO of Highwing and co-founder of Denver Startup Week. Denver Startup Week is the largest free entrepreneurial event in the world, and it's only possible thanks to the support of our awesome sponsors. We have nearly 40 sponsor companies who contribute to make DSW a reality. Let's show our love for these companies today and all week long. Thanks to our title sponsors, the Downtown Denver Partnership, JP Morgan Chase, Prologis, and Zero, and our track sponsors who help make the great content you're hearing today possible. Battery 621 and Public Works, Capital One Cafe, Colorado Lending Source, Friday Health, Quizlet, Exactly, Zayo, and Zestful. Our headline and event sponsors are bringing you inspiration from around the country. Thank you to Wix, Kinzon, MAPR Agency, Obsidian HR, Kickstart Fund, Promontory Mortgage, Molson Coors, and Comcast. Finally, thank you to our partner and member sponsors listed on the screen. Thank you for your support of Denver Startup Week. Now, let's get started.
Public Works is a Denver, Colorado-based design, fabrication, and multimedia marketing firm that allows your company to craft an authentic presence to your target audience. For the past 15 years, the Public Works media team has been telling stories with words, pictures, and films. Our unique approach to brand storytelling allows us to get strong reactions and results from our content. We work in experienced and nimble teams with our crew of producers, directors, and cinematographers that all have first-hand experience and international presence. We are fortunate to have amazing clients that allow us to get wherever we need to go with the right tools for the highest production value. Lots of people can take a pretty picture. Just look at Instagram. While we believe our images speak for themselves, what really sets us apart is our decades of experience, our network, and our ability to make shit happen when it counts. We love bringing unexpected partners together to create added value for everyone. And most of all, we love when we finish a job confident that we've not only executed, but elevated the end product, and we know that everyone involved enjoyed the process. Our company was founded on the idea that life is about learning and teaching through every experience. We apply a strict discipline of work hard, play hard, and make great fucking work. We amplify awesome. We surround ourselves with the best and feed off of infectious innovation, ideas, collaboration, and building long-term friendships and partnerships. Contact us anytime for a meeting at our office, golf course, or on the chairlift.
Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Castle, Design Track Chair with Denver Startup Week for the last 9 years. My co-chair Brian is upstairs running another session. I'm here to welcome you to Denver Startup Week, virtual, which is also global. Anyone can attend now. We've had people from Iowa to Ireland to Denver, of course. Just want to do a few housekeeping things. Thanking our sponsors again. None of this would happen without them. That's why Denver Startup Week is free and accessible, especially our design track sponsor, which is the Public Works. These guys are awesome. They're friends, they're family. They do fabrication, video, marketing, and they're just down the street. Love them. One other thing, at Denver Startup Week, we strive to make all of our sessions a space where attendees can connect, learn, and grow, regardless of gender identity, gender expression, race, ability, sexual orientation, and any combination of those identities. That's really important to us here, that this is a safe space and a place where everyone is represented. Up next on the design track, check out the Designer Track Virtual Clubhouse experience every night, or it's actually 24 hours a day. There's DJ sets, there's talks, all sorts of stuff, and a live VR experience. Oh, here's Brian. Look who decided to show up, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
And then tomorrow morning on the design track, I feel like I'm on a news show, at 8 a.m., streaming first cloud second design, leveraging data for artificial intelligence with AI with someone from IBM. Please live tweet, hashtag your experience, done Startup Week, hashtag designer track. And now we're gonna turn it over to Rebecca and Sarah, which have a really cool session on the business case for voice. So they are the ones helping create skills for Alexa. They help Alexa be Alexa and other voice activated devices. I don't know how this works, and I'm excited to learn. Do you know?
No.
No, I just got my first Alexa recently. So
Well, let's learn.
hopefully let's learn everyone together. And then there's a Q&A after. And yeah, thanks so much for participating, you guys. We're excited to hear what you have to say.
And I'm Sarah Safransky. I'm a conversation designer with Left Field Labs. Rebecca and I have worked together with the Amazon Alexa team on several Alexa skills in the health and wellness space for Muse and Meditation Studio. We know how difficult it can be to convince business leaders to adopt new technologies. So today, we're excited to talk to you about how you can build a solid business case for voice. Let's get started with our agenda. In this session, we're going to provide an overview of conversation design and discuss the impact COVID-19 has had on voice adoption rates. Then we're going to talk about some of voice technology's key value propositions, things like increasing revenue, improving accessibility, and creating operational efficiencies. Throughout the presentation, we'll be exploring case studies to help designers and business owners identify opportunities for voice within their own customer and employee journeys. We'll wrap up with some questions for you to consider as you start your own voice project, as well as a live Q&A session, so be sure to stick around. We thought we'd get started today by providing a brief overview of conversation design. Interactive voice response, or IVR, was first introduced in the 1970s. These are the phone systems that help route your call when you're trying to get a hold of someone at the hospital or a bank. From there, conversation design has expanded to include chatbots, voice assistants, and of course, smart speakers, which are now in our homes, our cars, and embedded in a number of products that we use every single day. With any technology, there are of course advantages and disadvantages. We'll be outlining some of the advantages of voice throughout the presentation, but we wanted to talk about some of the disadvantages as well. Some disadvantages of voice include customer privacy concerns, difficulty browsing, and increased cognitive load, all of which can be really frustrating to the end user. All of these challenges should be considered and addressed during your design process, but they shouldn't hinder you from moving forward with a voice project. Voice is currently being adopted at an unprecedented rate. Currently, 60 million Americans over the age of 18 own a smart speaker, which is nearly a quarter of the US population. And nearly 60% of mobile searchers use voice search at least some of the time. COVID-19 has actually accelerated the adoption and use of voice technology. According to the Smart Audio Report, 35% of US smart speaker owners are listening to more news and information on their speakers since before the outbreak. And nearly 52% of voice adopters are now using voice several times a day or nearly every day, which is up from 46% before the pandemic. The bottom line here is that the pandemic is changing people's behaviors as they conduct more tasks via voice, including shopping, accessing entertainment, and managing their day-to-day life. And we expect these behavioral changes to extend beyond the home environment. In fact, conversational interfaces are already playing an increasingly important role in minimizing exposure to shared surfaces, such as touchscreens. We'll share some case studies on this later in the presentation. Now that we've gone through a quick overview of the history of voice design and we have a better understanding of the current market, I'm going to pass the presentation over to Rebecca to discuss why voice is so popular and address some of the key KPIs for voice technology.
Sarah spoke about the rapid adoption of voice technology. One of the big questions is, why is it so popular? In comparison to other devices, there are a few key differentiators. One is the speed of interaction. Users can speak faster than they can type, so using voice is typically quicker than any other modality. The potential to save time appeals to users. Another reason is the elimination of friction. Regardless of how user-friendly a website or app may be, users rely on touchscreens, their mouse, and keyboards for input. When engaged in activities like driving, cooking, or multitasking, voice may provide the greatest ease of use, and in some cases may be the safest option. A couple other points that stand out are a more natural interaction. For users such as the elderly, there may be less of a learning curve with voice technology over learning how to navigate through a website or mobile device. As all types of users continue to integrate voice technology into their lives, it's clear that voice interaction may become an expected offering as either an alternative or even a full replacement of traditional visual interfaces. Which brings us to the screen-free experience. Sarah and I worked in the meditation space, which is a great use case for voice. We developed a skill called Goodnight Kiddo to help kids slow down and meditate before bed. Providing an opportunity to meditate without the distraction of a screen is beneficial for children and adults alike. This is a quote from Brett Taylor, Chief Product Officer of Salesforce. He highlights some of the advantages of voice. Across almost every domain we see, we think voice will reduce friction and increase adoption of modern technology and drive a sense of guidance from AI. So it's not just intuition driving business. Now I'm going to transition into discussing some of the value propositions for voice technology. These include increasing revenue, streamlining conversion, accessibility, and opportunities for customer and operational efficiency. For any business, revenue will always be a key driver when investing in new technology. The projected worth of the global smart speaker market is $35.5 billion by 2025. Alexa users alone are spending $2 billion on skills per year. In many of the case studies we'll share today, you'll see that voice technology is currently dominated by larger companies. However, Sarah and I have also worked with smaller to mid-sized firms that are entering the voice space. This is a great time to get involved in skill building as it has become much more cost-effective. You may be asking yourselves, how exactly can I monetize a voice product? Using Alexa as an example, customers are able to make purchases via one-time payments, subscriptions, and consumables, which are typically associated with games. In considering a monetization strategy, it's important to ask, how will technology affect the way your customers shop? And how will you adapt in terms of marketing and selling your products and services? Voice technology is a great way to simplify repetitive tasks and streamline conversion. Think about all the steps it takes to order a pizza. Maybe you place a phone call or go through several steps on your mobile device or website. For Domino's, knowing that voice is almost 4 times faster than typing and 70% of their orders are placed online, the company built voice ordering into multiple platforms, including Alexa, Google Home, and via the Domino's mobile app. Voice shortcuts allow customers to quickly and easily order their favorite pizza. For example, once a user sets up their go-to order, they can use the shortcut to streamline the entire ordering process.
Alexa, ask Domino's to place my quick order.
Okay, you have a 1 Supreme 1 Classic crust for pickup at Hamilton QLD. With the Alexa offer, your order comes down to $12.95, saving you $3.89. Would you like to place this order?
Yes.
All set. Your order's been sent. You can track the status of your order anytime by saying, Alexa, ask Domino's to track my order. Thank you for using Domino's.
Domino's is a good example of analyzing the end-to-end customer journey and providing different paths to purchase, meeting the customer where they're at no matter what device or location. In providing multiple touchpoints, Domino's is also building brand affinity and engagement with their customers. As designers and business owners, accessibility should be central to our design process. For users with visual impairments, physical disabilities, injuries, as well as the elderly, voice technology is inherently more accessible as it breaks down technological barriers and taps into a more natural mode of communication. Google Nest Hub Max allows customers to manage home devices such as thermostats, lights, and entertainment. By reducing friction, users can more easily communicate with their loved ones at a distance or contact with someone that might just be in another room. As products become increasingly embedded in our environments, businesses have the opportunity to ensure that they're reaching customers where they're at and providing the most inclusive experience possible.
The primary mode of interaction with the Google Home Hub is still voice, but the screen also displays information visually. The Home Hub has a range of accessibility features. It includes a screen reader so that people who are blind or visually impaired can access information on the screen. It also supports magnification gestures and color inversion, which can help people with low vision see the screen better.
Companies are also starting to build their own voice assistants outside of the Alexa and Google Home ecosystem, which gives them more control over customer data. Bank of America is doing just that with their voice assistant, Erica. Their voice technology allows customers to accomplish simple banking tasks via voice, including checking account activity, managing payments, and sending money. The Bank of America is differentiating their voice product from other banks by using prediction models to help customers reach their financial goals, track spending, and identify savings opportunities. In this way, Erica provides an additional layer of value without the overhead. During the pandemic, while physical bank branches were closed, more than 1 million new users accessed Bank of America's voice assistant.
If your debit card goes missing, Erica's got you covered.
I can't find my card. Oh, that's all good. I got it this time.
And with Erica, you can quickly send money to your friends.
I'll pay you back.
No matter where they bank.
Oh. It's been a while since we've had lunch together.
It hasn't been that long.
Need to find a past transaction? Erica makes it easy.
Erica, when was my last expense at the Lime Truck?
Here's what I found. Your last transaction at the Lime Truck was December 15th.
Way too long. No. Are you serious?
Erica, please unlock my debit card.
No problem. Your card is now unlocked and ready to use.
Now I'm going to pass it back over to Sarah to talk a little bit about operational efficiency and questions that we should be asking ourselves when embarking on a voice project.
So far, we've talked a lot about how voice can improve the customer experience. But if we take a step back, another important use case for voice design is improving operational efficiencies for employees. Walmart and Sam's Club recently rolled out their voice assistant, Ask Sam, which allows employees to look up prices, find products, and view sales information. Since voice is faster than typing, employees are able to better engage with customers and more quickly answer their questions. In this case, voice provides an opportunity for employees to focus their energy on higher value tasks and activities. The key here is to identify redundant tasks that can be completed more efficiently using voice technology. This could include things like a salesperson accessing their contacts, drivers logging their mileage, or onboarding new employees. Over time, voice can improve employee satisfaction by freeing up their schedules for more critical job functions. Amazon's new grocery stores, named Amazon Fresh, are incorporating voice technology in a completely new way. Each store will include Amazon Echo kiosks in the aisles to help customers find items, view prices, and get sales information. These kiosks will greatly reduce interaction times with employees, freeing them up for other tasks. The kiosks also allow shoppers who are immunocompromised or high risk to feel safer during their shopping experiences by decreasing their exposure to germs. In addition, customers can make grocery lists via voice at home and access them on the Alexa mobile app while they're shopping. They can also connect their mobile app to Amazon's new smart shopping cart, which will help them find and check off items on their shopping list. Whole Foods, which is also owned by Amazon, recently began piloting the use of Echo Buds to help shoppers determine the availability of products and find them in the store. Paired with beacon technology and integrated with the Alexa app, this voice-first experience delivers answers right into a customer's ears. This technology could also be useful for employees who are now handling more curbside pickup orders than ever before. Amazon's business strategy is well aligned with customer expectations. A recent survey found that 77% of consumers expect to increase their use of voice and AI touchless interfaces during the pandemic. And 40% of consumers said they would be comfortable using AI interfaces in grocery stores. With Alexa for Business, Amazon is making a move from living rooms and kitchens to conference rooms and offices. You can now connect your work email and calendar to any Alexa device. This will allow you to get calendar readouts, set work reminders, reply to emails, and schedule meetings all via voice. The running late shortcut will even notify coworkers if you're behind schedule. Alexa for Business also works with Alexa Auto, which makes it really handy for employees with long commutes as well as business travelers. If your company has Alexa for Business, it can help employees book and manage meeting rooms, join conference calls, and even make sure meetings end on time. The platform also provides utilization metrics that can help operations managers better understand how meeting rooms are being utilized and plan for future growth. This is another great example of how voice can speed up routine tasks and allow employees to be more productive.
Alexa, when's my first meeting today?
Your first meeting is one-on-one with Morgan at 8 a.m.
Alexa, join the meeting.
Okay.
Hi, it's Angela.
And help you in the office. Alexa can schedule a meeting.
Alexa, schedule a meeting on Thursday with the sales team at 2 p.m.
That's sales meeting on Thursday, October 26th at 2 p.m., right?
Yes.
Okay, I've added that.
And even book a conference room.
Alexa, ask the office who booked this room.
This room is booked by Allison. Room 114 next door is available. Should I book it?
Yes.
Alexa saves time and hassle by starting meetings effortlessly.
Alexa, start the meeting.
Would you like to join the sales meeting?
Yes.
So you can shine during that important presentation.
Alexa, pull up last quarter sales report.
Okay.
Perfect.
Alexa helps you stay organized, so you can focus on what matters.
Time to pick up the kids.
All of this is made possible with Alexa for Business, which gives you the tools to provision and manage thousands of Echo devices around your office and enable your employees to use Alexa anywhere they work. With Alexa for Business, it's easy to create contextual voice experiences for your employees and for your customers.
Alexa, where's Tyler's desk?
In section B3.
The more you look, the more you see. Now, Alexa can be used in an infinite number of ways, like helping your employees solve that pesky printer problem.
Alexa, ask the office for more printer paper.
Okay, I've ordered more paper. Should I send your job to printer 3?
Yes, that'd be great.
The only unanswered question is, what will your business do with Alexa?
Today, we provided an overview of conversation design, discussed high-level value propositions for voice technology, and explored some key voice case studies. As you start to think about how voice can be incorporated into your own business, we wanted to leave you with a few questions to consider. How has the pandemic changed the behavior of your customers? How can you leverage voice technology to create new customer touchpoints? How can voice make your business or product more accessible? And finally, how can voice increase efficiency for your employees? We hope you found this presentation and these questions helpful. Thanks again for joining us, and now we'll jump into the live Q&A session.
All right, Sarah, are you here?
I think I might be frozen.
Oh, okay.
But
I
I'm
can hear
here.
you. Castle, are you still here?
I am still here.
Did we answer all of the Alexa questions?
What's that?
Did we answer all of the Alexa questions you might have as a new user?
Yes. And whatever questions you didn't, I'll just ask Alexa.
Perfect. I didn't see any questions pop up, but Sarah and I thought we might share a few resources, unless we missed that in the chat. Castle.
I'm not, let's see. Anyone have questions out there? Well, resources would be good.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So Sarah and I thought we would share a few design resources. This presentation was obviously very kind of business heavy in terms of understanding business value, but we wanted to share for people that might think about doing some prototyping or that might want to make their own Alexa skill. There's something called a blueprint that kind of allows you to get in there and build your own skill. So you could build something for, if you have an Airbnb, for example, you could build a skill for your guests. So I think Sarah's going to drop that in. So that's Amazon Blueprints. And then there are quite a few prototyping tools available as well now. So we have Adobe XD has a prototyping tool. Bot Society has another one. SaySpring is another Adobe tool. Am I missing any, Sarah?
I think VoiceFlow is another one, and they just launched some great functionality that you can actually get your skills certified and approved through VoiceFlow without having to hire a developer, which is going to cut down costs quite a bit.
And then there are some other kind of resources. The Voice Summit is a really good resource if you're looking just to kind of expand your knowledge about voice design. They just did a full online conference, and a lot of that content is still available. So I would definitely encourage folks to check that out if they're interested just in learning more generally. I think that's all we have, unless there are any other questions. Castle, thank you so much for hosting us.
Thank you, and you guys are so smart. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for being part of Startup Week. We couldn't do it without you, and this was awesome. We still have 22 people hanging in there, but not asking questions.
They're just hanging out with us, I guess.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Castle. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.